Hello and welcome back to Panzer Corps, Soviet Corps, and I'm sorry there has been a little bit of a scheduling problem. YouTube did change the time zone of the stream to US, so well, a lot of you might have waited in vain. And yeah, let's see if someone shows up at the correct time, well, at the intended time. But that's a little bit of a problem because YouTube always switches the time zone back to US, and every time you change something, sometime the time zone gets changed again, and if you don't catch that, that can lead to that problem. So let's see, let's switch into the game, and well, you have decided Caucasus it is. There have been some voices suggest in Leningrad as the more difficult mission, but yeah, the majority said Caucasus, and it looks like a very fun mission. So let's take a look at the briefing.
We are to perform an orderly retreat, Comrade Commander. Our reinforcements are on the eastern front, keeping an eye on the Japanese, so they will take time to get here. This tactical move will buy us time. It will also allow our factories to get arms and munitions to us here. Your orders are simple. Do anything you can to slow the enemy down. There are a number of pumping stations that should be destroyed. Engineer sabotage units should be placed at location A on your map and left alone to set up explosives. This will allow them to blow these stations sky high. Our intelligence reports that to the rear, Chechen forces are preparing an insurgency, supported by German Secret Service. So, you must stay vigilant. Destroy all of the pumping stations and eliminate as many additional enemy tanks as possible.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds fun. Hi, Lieutenant Joke, and thanks for the advice how to get the voice of my assistant back. You have to switch in the main menu, you have to switch to the Soviet Corps theme, and then everything works out. Same goes for the others. Always load up the right main menu. So, I've already prepared a setup. Caucasus it is. We have 20 turns, and that seems an awful lot for, well, not too far of a distance to cover, because, well, let's take a look here what we have to do. So there are those pumping stations marked as strong points here on the map, and you have this railway line going down and a road going down. So, well, basically I think all we have to do is keep this railway line open and shuffle our engineers that are located up here downwards and blow up the stations in the process. And I expect to get disturbed by insurgents coming from the mountains in the worst case, and, well, blocking my shipping operation here. So I have set up a small group here, Katyusha and infantry, to deal with the insurgents. So those will most likely be infantry units. So I think that's a good setup. I have prepared a reactionary force here in the center, equipped with a scout to see something, to, well, basically block any tank incursions on this open space here in the center. The rest is quite effective by swamps and hilly regions. And by the time they will go in here, I think our main force will arrive anyway, and we can blow our way to the final pumping station. At least that's the plan. And yeah, here in the center, we can expect an open tank battle, so a lot of KVs set up here, mixed with all of my T-34s. The engineers here, some artillery to suppress German tanks, not to take too much damage. And like last time, I deployed 4 of my fighters, and I've upgraded all of them to Yak 7 now. Yeah, that's to overwhelm enemy fighters. If they get damaged, we will shuffle them out. Once again, we have the option to bring out our planes and replace them so we can, well, draw emergency tanks if need be, or bring in our bomber. Well, we actually should maybe buy a second bomber just to help in the tank battle, but I am saving prestige at the moment, so I bought no Earth tanks at all. My KVs are in the condition we left them on the last battle, so some of them have Earth ranks remaining, the others don't, because, well, I lost 1000 prestige. I had 5000 starting into the last one, now I have 4000. That makes me a little bit worried, and I want to save up for, well, when the IS tanks arrive. And moreover, you won't be able to retain, I think you won't be able to retain the Earth ranks on the KVs. I don't know what's the next upgrade options for the KVs, if there's another in-family one or not, but yeah, investing a lot into these Earth ranks right now doesn't seem wise. Yeah, and moreover, we would run into soft cap issues if we had Earth ranks on them, so I guess last mission I got already a little bit punished. Then, yeah, artillery suppress, one anti-aircraft gun to break the initial attack of German fighters, and I was not happy with the performance of our mobile gun. It didn't do enough damage to make it easy for our fighters to destroy the enemy fighters, so maybe we'll have a lot more luck with this one. It maybe is a liability in the mobile retreat fight here, but on the other hand it can switch to ground attack modus and finish off enemy tanks, so don't know if this will work out, we'll see. I'm pretty happy with this plan at least, and that's what counts, and we can always correct our strategy in the process. So, without further ado, let's get into the mission. This should be a fun one. Yeah, like I said, I didn't upgrade the AT gun even. There is an upgrade for it, but it's not that great and it's out of family, so I am saving prestige at the moment. Yeah, that's it. Let's quickly double check. No, there's no better location for the fighters, and let's go ahead. And we are already getting off an ambush. That's good. You have to make sure not to get outflanked. Place the engineer on the location marked with A. Give it time to set up the explosives on the next day, destroying the pumping station before retreating. Well, let's see. Hi Danny. Let's see how this will work out. And yeah, see, that's a lot better. Instead of only striving it, this gun is able to do serious damage to the enemy fighters. 6 damage, that's what I'm talking about. And this tank battle hopefully will be one where we can grab a lot of experience and heroes for our tanks, because yeah, the Germans are still fielding a lot of low-level tanks, and we are still having the advantage with the KVs, so that's good. Yeah, and Lieutenant Sugar says there are no more in-family upgrades for the KVs, so I think it's the correct decision not to go for Earth ranks here. It will be lost anyways, so whatever we do, we will lose it in the upgrade process. So let's see, we should be able to shoot down this fighter, and in the process hopefully provide some cover for our attacking tanks. And that's a one-shot kill without taking any damage, so a lot better. I already like the gun, and we have a lot of those, so we can keep using them. So other than that, I think it's just suppress and destroy, and the German air force doesn't seem to be that strong anymore, and those lighter tanks should be fast and able to catch up. Wow, that's already wrecking them, and this one is now blocked for movement. So no threat to our engineers anymore, and we can already withdraw the KV. So positioning here will be very important, and I hope we are not outflanked or have rebels in our back. I will hurry down to grab the locations, and then yeah, I'm not sure if it's really helping to use the railway lines, because you have to go to a train station. Those are only in the cities or villages, and you can't stop, for example, at position A. So the nearest location we could go is down here, right into rebel territory. I'm not sure if this is the wisest decision. We might try, but I will think about that. So let's see. Yeah, go for the kill. Use the Katyusha to hopefully get in more kills. We have to keep the infantry down, because the infantry for us actually is more difficult to destroy than the tanks, at least the lighter tanks, because they take a lot more damage in the process, and we have to make sure to keep covered, that there are no breaches in our locations. So let's see. This is an obvious move. Getting rid of another unit. And hopefully getting rid of another unit. Nope, not quite. That's not ideal, because now it has spotting. But we can deal with that. So let's go to the train station anyways. Make sure, well, they can't go through here, so we have a perfect line here that's unbreachable. We could trap this grenadier by, for example, putting the gun right here and protecting it with our big gun. So that might work out, and they might even send down the tank this lane, but I think this big gun can do enough suppression. But what I don't want is position my Katyusha in a way where it can get hit, so no one is going through here. That's already good. And maybe I want to keep a tank here just to be able to finish them off and not get overwhelmed in the retreat process. We might even want to prevent damage on our anti-aircraft cannon. Yeah, let's do it that way. No need to be too tricky and lose out in the process. So I think additional firepower to help suppressing enemy units will be good. Keeping this tank here, I don't think is necessary. This one has spotting range, so I think I will keep an eye, keep looking for possible threats here, but there's nothing here. I will send the scout down just to get the better information about any possible rebel movements, and yeah, hopefully be prepared for any attack. So we'll keep a watch out here, but nothing too serious. The AT gun can use more experience. Maybe we'll find something to fire at, and the KV will stay here. And it doesn't look like we can attack the pumping stations, so they seem to be non-targets. So I think the engineers will have to do it. So that's it. Prepare possible traps. Those are all covered. We are not in vision range here, but let's make sure we will keep ourselves covered. That's it. So let's end the turn and see what they can do. For now, they're setting themselves up for getting killed. I like that. And Chechen insurgency has taken control of some 1,000 towns, including an oil pumping station we are tasked to destroy. Yeah, that's not good. And see, completely impossible to rail transport down here, like expected. But we can already dispatch our rebel control force. So that's some good planning there. Set up to blow up the stations. And yeah, not sure, should we... The German Air Force doesn't seem too strong at the moment, so maybe we'll already fly. Nah, I'm not sure. We could... What Lieutenant Zhukov is saying, actually they are your units, so the enemy will attack them and therefore capture them if you don't destroy them first. What? Ah, okay, so I don't know, yeah, but we can't prevent them from taking this station. That's completely impossible, but we will protect this oil station, it seems. I think that's what he's talking about. But what we could do, no, that's not a safe kill. But on the other hand, we might get lucky. If I don't have to deal with this tank. Yeah, perfect. That's good. Because now we can concentrate on other tanks first and make sure we shoot them down. Ah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but we can kill it off. And hopefully in the process eliminate this flum already. Yeah, that's it, perfect. The 38T is another quite dangerous tank. So let's make sure to kill this one off. And I think we should have one more fighter to finish the job. Here it is. And there are stronger tanks in the background. And well, that was a poor hit. But I think dealing with this German heavy infantry is important as well. And we will keep leapfrogging downwards. I think that's the best thing we can do. Yeah. Maybe use the artillery to finish off. This way we can get mass attack bonus and eliminate another tank already. That's done. Some unfortunate damage, but that's not too bad. And we might be able to trap something here. So let's prepare our strongest tank out of vision range. Make sure we don't get outflanked. We have to stay. We'll bring... Well, we have a lot of guns down here, so that's not an issue. But we'll keep ourselves protected. This is in a hunkered down position. We still can't attack here. But we can set up the next oil pumping station. And hopefully those will blow up. So that's fine. We'll just cover and take a look at the insurgency. Yeah, we'll stay out of vision range and bombarding next time and hopefully dig them out. You're right, they're Soviet units, so I can't attack them, that's correct. So the engineers switched them to the German side, and that's how they did it with this engine. They switched them to the German side and then we can attack them. I think that's the way it works. So maybe they won't even blow up. So other than that, well, there is on my mini-map there's a green point, but I don't see anything here. So that's it, I think. A little bit of a forward position just to get more intel and have a complete perfect defensive line here. So one thing we could do is set up the AT gun to help destroying these guns if they switch to the German side. Maybe that's necessary. Other than that, I think we are set. We saw more German tanks arriving, but they will get stopped around here, I hope, by our infantry, and by the time we will have treated our KVs. So let's end the turn and see what they are doing. Yeah, exactly as planned, ambush. Another ambush? Nope, but even better. Completely broken down attack, that's not good. And see, that's what I'm talking about. You have to... yeah, we have destroyed 5. The pumping station has been set up for demolition and can be destroyed now by attacking it. Make sure you destroy all of them. Yeah, that's exactly the way it is. Now they are enemy units and we can destroy them. And that's what I was talking about. We have to keep control of this, well, Romanian infantry, that's interesting. We have to keep control of the enemy unit count here. And it will give us a ton of experience and a ton of kills if we manage to do that. And since the German Air Force is not too strong, it seems, it might be a good idea to attack them, to bring in one of our bombers, or our only bomber that is. So yeah, not sure. We can take some risks here because we have a lot of those engineers and we have destroyed almost all of the pumping stations already. This one will go down. This one will be killed off by the retreating force. I don't see any big threats here. So let's make sure to get rid of the tank. That's the most important thing. Done. Let's make sure to kill off the most dangerous infantry unit. And yeah, basically wreak havoc on the Romanians with our T-34. And no, I don't think that's a bonus objective, Lieutenant Joker, destroying the pumping stations. I think that's for decisive victory. We have to destroy... Oh no, for triumph we have to destroy all the enemy tanks, yeah. And I'm not sure if it's worth keeping all those fighters around. So... I think... I'm not sure if I should pull out. But growing experience on a bomber would be very nice. Not too sure. And sometimes it's really hard to deselect those units without doing anything. I don't want to fly him anywhere. And I don't want to attack. And I just want to deselect it, so that's it. And yeah, let's just keep pummeling them. Keep destroying them all along the way. And the AT gun is really great. And I want to grow experience on it, so let's use it. Let's follow up with the kill. And maybe we should dispatch one of our T-34s to kill off more of those pumping stations. But at the moment I'm fine. There's a lot of infantry here, so we'll keep the Katyusha around. But I will already shuffle down my guns a little bit, just to be prepared for a possible incursion around here. Don't think it's worth finishing off. We will simply stay, grab ammunition. I have to guard my gun here. And well, maybe we'll do it that way. And there's a Marder here. So on the attack, that one is not too dangerous, but it can for sure do some damage. So maybe I should have moved not that quick, but more in a way of keeping the guns out of the trucks. So I don't think the Romanians can do a whole lot here. We have to keep a retreat path in the south. But this way we are still safe, they can't go in. And yeah, there's a lot of opposition coming up. Let's make sure to protect ourselves a little bit at least. And then I think one of the Yaks will be shuffled out, at least next turn. If no more enemy planes show up, I think we should do it. Nothing here, still protecting And no, right clicking just opens the detail like that. So you have to left click it again, but the problem is if there's a fighter and another unit beneath, that just switches between the units, I think. So sometimes it's a little bit weird. So I want one of my T-34s to help with rebel control here. So let's go in and hopefully do a lot of damage here. Yeah, that's not worth it, but it's okay. And no, I can't relocate by air. We have only trains. I've already looked at that, so we can't land on them. But we will hopefully retake those. And let's see, did I overlook something? No, there's no sea. Well, maybe it will come up later. So that's it. This line is perfect. Those are digged in. And I brought my conscripts just to build some experience. And right click on an empty tile. Yeah, that works. You're right. But I do a lot of misclicks that way. Yeah, that works perfect. Hopefully I will remember that. But I think we're ready. Let's end the turn. Yeah, the Germans are not having a fun time here. The good thing, we are prepared. The Romanians, well, the aircraft of the German liaison officer with the Chechen insurgency has broken down and is currently located at an airfield marked with C on your tactical map. If you manage to capture the airfield, we could come into possession of his valuable fighter and our mechanics will make it airworthy again. Yeah, that sounds something that we should do. But let's first... too bad. Too bad. But I'm still going to retreat here and bring in one of my bombers. No. Here we go. And we will bombard this thing next turn. We can already move at least a little bit. And yeah, then I think we'll simply get in as many kills as somehow possible. Too bad. But at least it retreated, so that's not a thing. And I will think about movement for those two once I know what's up here. This is another gun. Not worried about it. Let's... Yeah, I like those. And we're even in range to shoot down these fighters with our anti-aircraft cannon. Super range artillery, doing nothing. Yeah, and this time I will be smarter, waiting for the attack of this martyr. And... yeah, get mass attack bonus. And shoot it down. perfect. But really, the Air Force doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. But I don't like getting damage on my plane because that makes them really vulnerable. But we will see about that. So right-clicking on an empty field, that's working out. We can move, destroy this airfield hopefully next time. We can already move in. Well, and set up to destroy this gun. And we are getting 0 prestige per turn, so doesn't help to prolong it. And now we might send our T-34 back into the fray to deal with those. But first, insurgency control. That's done. That actually might invite an attack. Very tempting. Scout on the river. Yeah, then let's deal with this lot. Most dangerous tank will be the Panzer III. So well, actually, maybe. Yeah, the anti-tank cannon is not too bad. But we don't have to worry about that. Let's see. So, don't think we need any support here. I think we can handle this. Actually, let's go back a little bit because maybe I need a turn to reload here. I want to keep them from going in here too fast, so maybe stay like that. Move up. Move up and yeah, actually already caused some trouble. And I have to be careful not to get whittled down too much. No, I think it's more important to, in theory, be able to stabilize this front line. So that's it. I think this is a perfect line. That's impregnable. We might move up to protect and maybe ambush something. We can get outflanked from the back, but I don't think those are all soldiers without any trucks, so they will be very slow to do something. We can easily outmaneuver them, I think. Yeah, very happy with the layout so far. Fighter, go back and maybe trap something. Make sure we can't get surrounded. Oh, not a fighter. that's it. Yeah, I'm happy with this setup. Let's end the turn, and I think it's almost time for a first break, but let's see what the Germans still can do. Well, I've done everything. Yeah, happy about that. As expected. That drew them towards us, and they're trying to outflank us, but that's not going to happen. And we can definitely destroy. We've already destroyed half of the enemy tanks, so that's good. So, I think one more turn. Force them back, slow them down. Kill off whatever we can. Make sure we don't get outflanked somehow. Nothing to hit, so let's motor downwards. Let's make sure to finally finish our job. Escape in the south. Well, he can finish the deal, I think, so let's already move up and gang up on this pumping station. And then, well, let's not get overconfident here. We have a lot of time, so let's hide behind the station. And, well, our bombers are not that great at the moment, but we will take a look what we can hit. So, let's see. My Katyusha is very slow in the open, so it has to go onto a road. And we'll simply block off movement. Same kind of is true for the big guns here. But I think they're quick enough to escape. And we'll already set up behind this ridge here and make sure we can't get outflanked. Then eliminate the scouting ability. Block any shenanigans from the side. And make sure our guns can't get sniped, but at the moment it's looking very promising. Don't have to waste a shot, that's good as well. And wow, our bombers so need experience. I want to get rid of it. Cut them off. Take a look. If there's something dangerous here, nope. Let's take the airfield. And already the insurgency is kind of under control. Make sure we are blocking off. We're a little bit at the risk of getting sniped here or outflanked, but at the moment I'm not too worried. So next priority, taking down this Panzer 3L. And it has even air defenses. So let's bring in our biggest tank. Let's make sure we have mass attack bonus. Let's make sure no one gets through here. And well, this is artillery, this is infantry. Make sure they don't cause any trouble. Mass attack bonus. And go for it. Perfect. We might even attack. We need to get experience on our conscripts. And they're dirt cheap, so that's not an issue. I might even allow it to go forward. It's most likely scripted to go forward, so it will go into the hills, I hope. This is a perfect setup. We are guarded. Nothing we can hit, so we could... Well, let's guard our bomber and let's hope we don't lose this airfield. Then we'll reconnect the line so nothing can happen here. If they want to go into here, be my guest. They are retreating, they should be able to destroy the guns. Those should be able to destroy the guns. And this is kind of a risky move, but I rather take a hit on my engineers than on the Katyusha. So I think this is a perfect setup. I already like it. We can attack the last pumping station in a minute. So yeah, that seems not too difficult at the moment, but mainly that's because, yeah, the QVs are totally overpowered in my opinion. So yeah, a little bit of a balancing issue, but yeah, I won't complain too much. So thanks for watching. First episode. I will be back in a few minutes, and yeah, don't go anywhere. It's only 5 out of 20 turns, so I hope there won't be too many issues. And we have to make sure to grab this airfield before we take out all the other things, because otherwise we won't get the plane. Let's not forget that. So, see ya. Thanks and bye. Well, thanks for watching and bye.